Tonight on Stripped Down,
Jay Sempko,
Josh Palmer,
What are you doing?
Teresa Sokerka.
You, me, Robert Palmer.
Are we still on the air?
You are watching Stripped Down, Saskatchewan's only 1 hour local music showcase, the show that brings the venue to you in the comfort of your own living room. I'm your host, Curtis Anderson, and check it out, co-host Curtis Anderson. Oh no, oh yes, co-host named Curtis Anderson, that's right. Thanks to the power of Facebook, I have located another Curtis Anderson in Saskatchewan, and he's here tonight. A pair of Curtis Andersons, there you go. And we're sitting for the intro. Crazy night here on Stripped Down, but with a pair of Curtis Andersons, who possibly could the guest be? Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on Stripped Down Radio.
Chosen one, am I the prodigal son? Or back from the dead to have a little more fun? Am I the boy you knew? Am I the man you want? Get yourself over here and show me what you got. I see you waving from the back of the crowd. So move up to the front, shout it out loud. Solid, steady, are you ready? To bear a burden that is oh so heavy. Hold me, take me, please don't break me, 'cause it feels like my head is caving in. Take it easy on me, even if you don't want me. I could, am I really that good? And it's about time that you understood how great I am, no debate I am, the heartbreak kid and the Iron Man. I see you waving from the back of the crowd, so move up to the front, shout it out loud. Solid, steady, are you ready? Bear a burden that is oh so heavy. Hold me, take me, please don't break me, 'cause it feels like my head is caving in. Take it easy on me, even if you don't want me. Am I the chosen one? Am I the prodigal son? You see, there's never time for you and yours and me and mine. So let's take a chance and put ourselves on the line. Solid, steady, are you ready? The bear a burden that is oh so heavy. Hold me, take me, please don't break me, 'cause it feels like my head is caving in. Take it easy on me, even if you don't want me. Yeah, yeah.
Stripped Down Radio on Stripped Down. I am Curtis Anderson with co-host Curtis Anderson. I'm going to say that about a million times tonight till everybody has a nosebleed. I want to talk to the band. I want to talk to Curtis Anderson, but I want to start with the background of how this episode came to be. We were taping one about 2-3 months ago. We finish. I check my email. I have an email from Stripped Down Radio. And all of a sudden there's words like litigation and stuff. And I was like, oh no. But he was joking. You're like, no, I'm not going to sue you. But there's actually a band in Saskatoon called Stripped Down Radio. How cool would it be to have Stripped Down Radio on Stripped Down? And then the wheels started turning. Enter Curtis Anderson number 2. Now, a lot of people have mixed us up on Facebook. That's actually how I found out about the other Curtis Anderson in Saskatoon, or in Saskatchewan in general, is because a lot of your friends mistook you for me. So I've got an enormous amount of Facebook friends, but half of them they think I'm him. So thank you for making me popular on Facebook. Curtis Anderson, the second Curtis Anderson, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. It's good to be here. It's a really cool experience. I've never done the TV thing and never sat next to myself on a couch, so it's pretty good.
We tried to dress alike, and if we had access to the Shaw time machine, if we went back about 8 months, I had hair pretty much exactly like that. We'll talk to you. We'll talk about everything you do while you're here, your message, what you want to tell the people at home. But first, let's get to know Stripped Down Radio. Not a lot of people come on the show that are familiar with it, so thank you guys for that. How did you find out about Stripped Down? Take us back.
We've seen it a couple times on Shaw, and we thought, hey, why not? Good way to get out there, good way to meet a few people, get our name out there.
Now, you're not usually acoustic, right? You're usually standing, rocking from what I've seen for pictures.
Yeah, that's right. Similar to early 90s stuff. We're talking like Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Soundgarden, that kind of stuff.
So just post-GNR era. You're keeping the grunge real in Saskatchewan?
And doing what we can anyways.
Nice. So how's the feedback from keeping, the grunge sound going? Not a lot of bands doing that anymore.
No, they should be, though. I mean, it's a big part of musical history that doesn't really get done too much. Except for by Nickelback, and that doesn't really count.
And you're not comparing yourself to Nickelback?
No,
right?
no.
Okay, good.
Don't compare Nickelback to Grunge.
I jumped the gun here. I was so obsessed with the two Curtis Andersons. Let's introduce yourself. Go around here.
Take her away.
I'm Aaron Davis, lead guitar player.
Keep going.
Okay. Michael Vane. This is the bass. I play it.
My name's Rob Armstrong, lead vocals.
And the drummer, who we may or may not be able to get on camera.
That's all right. Ethan Merrill and I obviously play the drums.
I was reading your bio. Kind of formed in 2004, but you're telling me really 2001. Went under the knife in 2008. Quick band history.
Yeah, we started up, Evan and I met in high school, played a little bit with different guitar players, different drummers. Finally found a fit that worked for us in 2004. Brought in Aaron as lead guitar player, has been fantastic throughout. And then in September, actually, our old drummer went overseas to take some schooling in England. So I actually was lucky enough to track Ethan down through Kijiji, of all things. So it works out pretty well for us.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by Kijiji and Facebook. What are we going to hear tonight, you guys?
You're going to hear a very raw version of a lot of our stuff. Of course, no squealing guitars, no loud, in-your-face vocals, but you'll still get a good gist of what we're about.
You're a very smart band, too. I want to talk about this right off the bat. All of a sudden, someone comes in to the Shaw Studios about 2 hours ago. There's a school bus that's backed up to Shaw. Do you know anything about that? I was thinking, there's no way. You guys own a school bus. That's what you tour the band around in? How awesome is that?
Yeah, no, it's something we bought about 2 years ago, actually. 2 school divisions amalgamated. We got a bus for uber cheap, so we took it up.
That's awesome. Curtis Anderson, 25 years old, probably just missed the whole grunge thing. Are we a part of it?
Just, ever so slightly. I was a little more the alternative stuff,
Okay.
like the Silverchair, that kind of era for a little bit. So,
We're nodding. We got some Silverchair fans here. So you remember the early 90s fondly?
I remember it. I was about 7 when we hit the 90s, so it wasn't, it was pretty young, a little bit of Raffi maybe, but, Soundgarden and Nirvana, a little bit of that, so yeah, I bet.
If we were only allowed to do covers, I know you guys could kick out some Raffi. Tonight would have been the night.
Probably not.
Probably not
Probably
Raffi.
not.
Okay, take us back. What was the first song?
First song that we just played is called Are You Ready? It's a tune we wrote about two and a half years ago. Aaron and I collaborated on it. And it comes out as a nice raw tune. Not a song that's ever going to be a single, but still a solid tune nonetheless.
All right, you want to get to some more music?
For sure.
What's up next?
This next tune is actually one that's going to be on our upcoming album. The song here is called Ghost.
Take it away.
dusk is setting on the old ways. Too many scars are left to heal. Oh, little lady language lonely far from me. Another life like me, another life reminds me of where I've been, of where I've been. Another girl holding me, another girl scolding me for what I've done, for what I've done. Bury the ghost of me. Keep myself in lockdown, just trying to hide myself away. The cynics watching and warning, they get their pleasure from my pain. Little lady language lonely far from me. Another life like me, another life reminding me of where I've been, of where I've been. Another girl holding me, another girl scolding me for what I've done, for what I've done. Bury the ghost of me. Little lily. Yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. When I came as blood tonight, another life like me, another light reminds me of where I've been, of where I've been. Another girl holds me, another girl scolding me for what I've done, for what I've done. Bury the ghost of me. Little lily. Bury the ghost. Little lily.
Stripped Down Radio on Stripped Down. I'm Curtis Anderson alongside Curtis Anderson. That's never going to get old. We got another 45 minutes. It's never going to get old. You're watching Stripped Down, as I mentioned. The last song, you guys. The song we just finished. What was it?
Tune was called Ghost. Another one we wrote a couple years ago, collaboration again, Aaron and I. We were primary songwriters. Usually come up with stuff that way.
All right, we have to take our first commercial break. We want to talk about discs, past and present. We're going to talk to Curtis Anderson after the break, hear what he has to say. And here's the best part. You guys have practically given our switcher the night off because we go to commercial break and we grow out of the logo that I don't even think we can see. It's covered by you and amps and guitars and everything. So we're coming back. Lots more Stripped Down right after this. Let's see how this goes. Oh.
Don't touch that dial. More Stripped Down after this.
Mother's Music provides a wide range of instruments. 617 8th Street East, Saskatoon. Operating for 17 years with music lessons, equipment sales, and rentals. Mother's Music, www.mothersmusic.com.
Escape sports gear and equipment for longboarding, freeline skating, kiteboarding, unicycling, extra cycling, dirt surfing, and mountain boarding. For more information on sales and rentals, www.escapesports.ca.
Do you know where stuff goes once it's flushed down the toilet? It travels down pipes under our streets to a sewage treatment plant. There it is cleaned up through a variety of processes before it is sent back out in our lakes or rivers. The problem occurs when people flush things down the toilet like makeup, cleaning supplies, and some pharmaceuticals that the sewage treatment plant can't clean up. They are dumped untreated into our waterways, which other people depend on for their drinking water. Some cities continue to dump their sewage untreated into our waterways, while others are using innovative thinking to reuse sewage byproducts as fertilizer. What can you do? Be sure to properly dispose of any chemicals or unused medicine at your city's hazardous waste disposal site. It's our turn to take care of this planet, and I think we can do a better job. What do you think? For more information on how you can be more water aware, visit waterunderfire.ca.
The leatherback sea turtle is the largest reptile in the world. Up to 2 meters long and weighing as much as 550 kilos, this turtle roams many of the world's oceans in search of its favorite food, jellyfish. But this hulking giant may be fighting a losing battle against poaching, fishing gear, and garbage. To learn more about the leatherback and discover how you can help protect Canada's wildlife, visit hww.ca.
And we're back. You're watching Stripped Down. Guest tonight, Stripped Down Radio. I'm Curtis Anderson, and here it is, bang, co-host Curtis Anderson. Let's get to know the other Curtis Anderson. See, now when I searched you out, I was like, that's going to be awesome. I'm going to have Curtis Anderson as the co-host when Stripped Down Radio is on Stripped Down, because that just gives people a nosebleed trying to wrap their heads around tonight's episode. Turns out you actually had something to say. I would have had you on regardless, but tell us about Camp Kadesh.
Yeah, basically I'm the director of Camp Kadesh, and it's a Bible camp on Christopher Lake. And it's just it's a sweet place for kids to come out. They get to just do all kinds of crazy activities like wall climbing, wakeboarding, kneeboarding, tubing, all that kind of stuff, and just have a chance to meet with Jesus Christ. And so it's a lot of fun, a lot of good people there, and it's a good time for sure.
How long have you been doing this, Curtis?
This is my third year as director, but I've been involved with the camp since basically 2001.
You've actually known a few of the kids here that help out on Stripped Down. Tyson, who's no longer with us but may be coming back, and Catherine Morlock, who was here at one point as well.
Yeah, it's good. We got, kids all over the place. I bump into kids all over, people look at my, you mentioned Facebook, I brought by Facebook, but, I got hundreds of kids on Facebook I'm connected with, but it's just, it's a good thing, how our campers are spread all throughout.
I mentioned that during the intro, too, that a lot of people looked me up on Facebook thinking I was you. And I was fielding a lot of questions about Camp Kadesh, and I was like, I had no idea. So I think a while there I was actually answering stuff incorrectly, so I apologize for that. I was just like, all right, yeah, it's still on this year. It's going to be bigger and better. Send. But it is back this year again, bigger and better?
Definitely. It's always good to go. We got camps for, ages 8 to 18. One of the newest things we're doing is we got a camp specifically for wakeboarding, which we're really amped on. We did it last year, but we haul in some gnarly, huge boats. Last year we had Robin Regier from the Calgary Flames driving his monster Super Aeronautique, and yeah, it's a really good chance to ride behind some very, very fancy boats for sure.
And last question before we jump back to the band again. I was flipping through this. There's one for actually older people as well, right? Kind of a chance for them to get out there?
Yeah, we like to do everything we can for the families. We do a father-son camp, we do mother-daughter family camp, and even something for those who are maybe young at heart but old bodies. So we got the seniors camp and everything. So yeah, we try to accommodate everybody. We can really got camps for everybody from an infant all the way up to your 90s. So yeah, for sure.
All right, and you hooked us up with these sweet matching shirts.
Definitely.
And these are the official apparel here. Anyways, okay, it's back. Talk to the band here. Stripped Down Radio. How's it going tonight?
Doing well, man.
Yeah.
Good.
You feeling it?
Depending on what is.
Was this exactly what you expected when you emailed me that night saying we want to come on?
Yeah, pretty much. This is a good time.
How
Nice
much
laid back.
did you have to alter what you do to do it acoustic?
Lots.
Yeah?
Yeah, usually our live show involves a lot of stage movement.
Okay.
As well as a few words we can't usually say on TV.
It's not the place. That's awesome though. So it's been a build, hey, because you've seen the show for like a year.
Yeah.
You've been kind of practicing on the side, bringing out the acoustic set every once in a while.
Not at all, actually. This is the first time we've done it acoustic.
Really?
Haven't had a chance to rehearse.
a little
Nice.
scary.
So people can expect a little more high energy if they see you live.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of high energy, let's segues into the next song, right? Huh? Help me out.
This tune's called Fall So Hard.
There it is.
Story of your life, a resolution of soul. Your words could like a knife. Can you hear me? Can you hear me breathe? Promise me the words you say will never fall away. Tell me you would run away, or else I'll fall so hard. Promise me the words you say will never fall away. Tell me you would run away, or else I'll fall. Didn't take too long for me to realize I found a place in your smile and lost myself in your eyes. I can hear you. I can hear you breathe. Promise me the words you say will never fall away. You run away, or else I'll fall so hard. Promise me the words you say will never fall away. Tell me you run away, or else I'll fall. Three little words that go so far. Forever isn't long enough. Don't leave me here like this, or else I'll fall so hard. Promise me the words you say will never fall away. Tell me you will run away, or else I'll fall so hard. Promise me the words you say will never fall away. Tell me you will run away, or else I'll fall.
Stripped Down Radio on Stripped Down. Curtis Anderson alongside Curtis Anderson. Track 3. What was that?
So it's called Fall So Hard. Written about a fictitious relationship, actually.
A fictitious relationship.
Yeah, try not writing too much about the current
the real
relationships that I'm in.
Current relationships. That's probably better. I thought I had seen and heard it all for local bands here in Saskatchewan, but I'll be honest, you guys dropped my jaw Monday when I showed up to work. I asked you before the weekend to just send me what you guys need, like I do always with every band. So I get there, and there's not just an email, there's an attachment. Technical rider. I know we probably can't zoom in on that because it's white and it's going to be really hot, but yeah, 14 inputs, stage power, monitors, outboard. That's not enough. I get a diagram of how to set up the stage. That was awesome. You guys take this pretty darn seriously, but there's kind of a story behind why you actually did this. You asked for more than you need.
Oh, yeah. I know. No, I don't.
Oh, drummer's in.
No, he doesn't.
Nice try.
Too many times we'll go to a small town. They say they have all the mics we need and everything. We get there and they got like a Fisher Price jukebox. It's pretty bad.
Yeah. So take no chances with Stripped Down.
It's TV. You should have a whole bunch of stuff, right?
Right on. Speaking of small towns, you're from Dalmeny. What's
right.
the music scene in Dalmeny like?
Dalmeny music scene.
No.
I don't know, man. Like there's Stereotrap was a band that came out of Dalmeny a few years back. They were kind of big in Saskatoon for a while, but that's kind of all we had. Yeah, there's not a lot. I mean, like there's a quartet in my local church that they can lay it down pretty good. So.
they can keep it going.
Yeah.
You're pretty plugged into the local music scene, though. We were showing you some clips from former shows before we started. You recognized Lazanne and Andy. Did you get out to a lot of shows, or do you have bands at the camp, or?
Yeah, I try to check as much shows as I can, but yeah, we had Andy Schaff last summer out at Kadesh, and that was a highlight, I think, we had at our high school camp, and that was a really cool moment. You know, I've never seen our 130 kids just totally like sitting down, listening. They're tracking with him better than they were anybody else a week and stuff. So, and Lazanne Foss was a camper back at Kadesh a few years back, and I remember as a tiny little girl, she was just ripping on the drum kit actually, you know.
Because she's huge now.
Yeah, that's right. She's big now, right? Yeah, no. So yeah.
Nice. All right, Stripped Down Radio. I kind of want to hold off talking about the CDs, but give us a teaser. How many you got out there? What's the current situation before we jump into it?
Right now, we only have one CD out there.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's about 5 years old. We recorded it back when it was a different lineup, different drummer.
So you're due.
Pardon?
You're due then for another one.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, it's in the works?
Yeah.
All right, tonight, old stuff, new stuff from the new disc?
Mostly new disc. I think we got one or two from the first disc.
From the Stripped Down Radio classic, if you will.
Yeah, Shadow of Eden.
Next song.
Next song we got going is like going to be the first single off our new album. This song here is called Drive.
Drive.
For communication, you come fornication. Fueled by the cocaine and excited about what we're gonna do. Give it a go. Give it a go. Give it a go. Give it a. I want to drive away from this life. After all the things I've done, and you're still another one to have me that I'm alive.
Quick finish. All right, we're back. Strip Down Radio on Strip Down. We have to take our second commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk again to the other Curtis Anderson. We're going to talk about the first CD, Shadow of Eden, right?
Correct.
All right, we got lots more. And, of course, we are going to play the 3 Degrees of Josh Palmer. We'll have to play it twice, just in the spirit of tonight. More Strip Down Radio, more Curtis Anderson after the break.
Don't go anywhere. More Strip Down after this.
You've seen a Canadian $1 coin, so you're probably familiar with the common loon. It's no surprise that this water bird represents our country. Have you ever sat by a lake and listened to the loon's haunting calls? You probably wonder what all the noise is about. Its calls can mean anything from, "I'm over here," to "stay away." Humans enjoy Canadian lakes just as much as loons do. But if we're not careful, the wake from our boats can destroy their nests. And lead sinkers and jigs can poison and kill loons if they swallow them. So here's how you can help. Keep boats away from nesting areas and swimming birds, especially ones with chicks too young to dive or fly away. And if you're fishing, use non-lead sinkers and jigs so you won't harm the loons. And that's just a start. If you go to hww.ca, you can learn more about loons and find ideas on how to help protect Canada's wildlife. That's hww.ca.
Mother's Music provides a wide range of instruments. 617 8th Street East, Saskatoon. Operating for 17 years with music lessons, equipment sales, and rentals. Mother's Music, www.mothersmusic.com. Ultimo Uramoda Men's Clothing Store. Denim, footwear, leather jackets, sportswear. 204 3rd Avenue South, Saskatoon. Call 664-6640.
Passing gas can be deadly.
Whoa. Oh, something's funky.
Passing gas releases a plume of toxic vapors.
Oh, honey, not in the car.
Like ammonia and hydrogen cyanide.
Oh.
And lethal poisons that can linger even when windows are open. Kids shouldn't be exposed to secondhand smoke. Don't pass gas. Take it outside.
You are watching Stripped Down Radio in the Stripped Down Studios. I'm Curtis Anderson alongside Curtis Anderson. You having fun tonight, sir?
Yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying this. It's a lot of fun. Good tunes, and yeah, it's enjoying it.
How weird is it that there's another Curtis Anderson? Like, did you know about me, or was the stalking one-sided? Because when I saw this, you didn't bring this tonight. I actually had a copy of that. I saw it in the Leisure Center, and I was like, betcha that Curtis Anderson's in here. And again, everyone on Facebook thinks I'm you. So, did you know about me?
I'd heard about you, but I don't know. I just didn't know what to do about it. It's just kind of a freaky thing. I just didn't want to touch. I was just like, I'm out there somewhere. I wonder what I'm like.
I thought maybe I was you in the future.
Yeah, maybe. I'm like, wonder if I'm cooler than the other version of me. I don't know. I hope not. So
you're not. Okay. Stripped Down Radio. How are you guys doing tonight? I like checking in with the band every once in a while. You're feeling it?
Good, man. Good.
Stripped down everything and more. Okay, let's do this. Let's play the 3 Degrees of Josh Palmer. Of course, this is our weekly segment where Josh Palmer stops by every once in a while, but he's like a local music icon. He's like one of the most famous Saskatites. And a funny thing happened actually a couple weeks ago. I was out with some friends having a coffee, and they were talking about how there's no like celebrities in Saskatoon. And all of a sudden, hey Curtis, kid you not, Josh Palmer like appeared, and I was like, there's your celebrity. Anyways, the Josh Palmer stories get longer every week. 3 Degrees of Josh Palmer. Can you guys do it?
Yeah, he actually did sound for us once at the Roxy.
There you go. Yeah. You ever work with them outside of that? Just
never. Actually, I think I spoke with them regarding a practice space once too. I think. Could be wrong, but
there it is. How about you, Curtis Anderson, Josh Palmer? Any connection there?
With 900 campers coming to Kadish every summer, there's got to be some connection there. I don't know if I've connected the dots just yet, but I'm sure it's there. It's just waiting to be unfolded.
Well, there you go. That's a side project for this summer.
Right.
Get to know how you know Josh Palmer. If you can do it in 3 degrees. Okay, more music. We're shuttling through this tonight. I'm worried we're not going to get all the songs in. So we'll talk CD after this song.
Sounds
there you
good,
go.
man.
What's up?
This tune here is our first single. Actually, we released it up in Lloydminster. That's actually our 3 hometown.
Really?
And we released it on the station up there, 106.1 The Goat, and it actually hit #1 up there for us. So pretty good. This song is called When You Wake.
Lloydminster, are you on the Saskatchewan side or the Alberta side? If you're on the Alberta side, we got to stop tape. This is a Saskatchewan show. Hold on, this has never happened before.
Two-thirds Saskatchewan.
We were all born in Saskatchewan.
Okay. Hold on. Jay's going to let that fly. Director
Sounds like
Jay
a plan.
Neufeld said, keep rolling. Okay.
All right.
Go for it.
Well, I can turn back time. I wish I could. Just let me press rewind. I'm not ready for this, although I should be. Help me out, I'm losing my mind. When you wake, I'll be there when I leave. Don't be scared, 'cause I'm with you. I'll be with you when you wake. Trust my love, I've been called from above. Won't miss you, I'll be with you. I can see you there, hunched over me. Parts of Neptune fill your eyes. I want you in my arms, where you belong. Let's just get on with our lives. When you wake, I'll be there when I leave. Don't be scared, 'cause I'm with you. I'll be with you when you wake. Trust my love, I've been called from above. Don't miss you, I'll be with you. Don't take me now, it's not my time to go. So much is left to do. I lie awake, but I'm already gone. I'll always be with you. When you wake, I'll be there when I leave. Don't be scared, 'cause I'm with you. I'll be with you when you wake. Trust my love, I've been called from above. Don't miss you, I'll be with you when you wake. I'll be there when I leave. Don't be scared, 'cause I'm with you. I'll be with you when you wake. Trust my love, I've been called from above. Don't miss you, I'll be with you.
Strip Down Radio in the Shaw TV studios tonight. You're watching Strip Down, featuring Strip Down Radio. Curtis Anderson, alongside Curtis Anderson. I'm going to be really sad when this hour's over. I don't get to repeat that ad nauseum. Okay, let's finally do it. Let's talk about the disc, Shadow of Eden. Take us back to Shadow of Eden.
Evan.
Me? Well, we recorded it at HVR in Saskatoon here, which I don't think is still here. But it's 5 songs we've recorded, or 6 songs. I don't even know our own disc. 6. It's been a while, right?
You guys want to have a band meeting?
Yeah.
That was 2005, so far back.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not really indicative of who we are now, but there are still a couple solid tunes on there. So we're carrying them over and probably going to be putting them on our full length as well.
So feedback from the disc.
Positive.
Yeah.
Every copy we printed sold out within 2 months.
Really?
So it was really good sales.
So you shared the stage with some pretty big names as well.
Yep, not necessarily our line of music, but it's still cool to have them on the resume too. Juno-nominated bands, Faber Drive, Headley, State of Shock.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So what's it like getting out there and playing live shows?
That's what we live for.
Yeah?
That's where it is. Of course, you got to make the discs to get the music out there. But playing live shows is what we live to do.
So how far have you gone? Like,
just
BC.
Terrace, BC would be our furthest. We played 2 weeks straight out in Terrace, BC. That was the time of our lives.
Yeah? How serious of a band are you guys? Like, is this something you just kind of do on the side, or are you like hardcore, let's pack up the bus and see where we can play every other day?
Luckily, we got an agent who does most of our booking.
Oh.
But besides that, we still do work jobs. You have to. You can't live off music alone until you get a break. But no, it's something we do pretty hardcore.
So, as I mentioned, another disc, due. What's the situation there?
Well, 4 tunes recorded. We're sort of sitting on it for a little bit. We're looking for some label backing before we go much further.
Okay.
We have spoken with one major label and a couple other minor labels throughout Canada.
And you said it's going to be a lot different than the last album, basically. So what's changed?
Our style, really. It hasn't been till fairly recently that we've kind of taken our grunge influence and combined it with some 70s rock and really come up with our own sound.
So who brought the 70s rock? Was that something new when you shuffled the drummer, this guy?
No, that's probably Vane and Davis here. I don't know. Their dad is very big into classic rock, so they definitely drive a lot of that.
Nice.
Zeppelin
Beatles,
4.
Zeppelin, that kind of stuff is a big influence.
And I saw Guns N' Roses. Someone's influence.
Yeah, no, GNR is definitely on there.
GNR is great. I gotta ask, Chinese Democracy, finally, 15 years later, thumbs up, thumbs down?
3 out of 5.
What? 3 out of 5?
3 out of 5.
I was thoroughly disappointed. Chinese Democracy, the song, is probably my favorite tune on there. I listened through to it, and it just sounds like Axl's self-glorification.
It sounds like a paranoid schizophrenic who's locked himself in the basement for the past 15 years, just played with synthesizers, which is exactly what it is. Yeah, I'd give it like a 2.5 if that. I love Catcher in the Rye. That was a song where I was like, that's almost sounds like the Use Your Illusion stuff. But we could talk for hours about Guns N' Roses. I'm starting to bore the people at home. Hit us with another song really quick before we take another commercial break.
All right, this one here is just going to be Evan and I. It's a tune that was off our first album. This song is called Everything.
So much more than you ever gave to me. Lost all the memories that you said you'd save for me. And in this diary, I shared my whole life with you. Now I'm left wondering if your dreams are coming true. Everything I thought was real was just another lie. Everything I wanna feel will have to wait a while. Is this what you wanted? Now that you've got it, are you happy with where you are? I don't want to see you, I sure hate to be you, knowing that you lost your everything, your everything. Is there something wrong with drinking when you're all alone? Or talking to yourself and crying when there's nobody home? Life's a funny thing, the more you learn, the less you know. Well, I learned just who you are, but I have trouble letting you go. Is this what you wanted? And now that you've got it, are you happy with where you are? I don't want to see you, I sure hate to be you, knowing that you lost your everything, your everything. One more time around the bend, will this cycle ever end? I don't know what I'm running from. I guess we're one more time around the bend. Will this cycle ever end? I don't know what I'm running from. I guess we're done. Is this what you wanted? And now that you've got it, are you happy with where you are? I don't want to see you, I sure hate to be you, knowing that you lost your everything, your everything, your everything, your everything.
Strip Down Radio in the Shaw TV studios tonight. We have to take our last commercial break. Right out of the last commercial break, we are going to bring you the Strip Down Radio showcase song. But two things first, really quick. Can someone get a shot of Ben? Ben is a champion. Ben is filling in for Colton Wall tonight, who had a family emergency. Thank you, Ben. It sounds great. Everyone give Ben a round of applause. And number two, Curtis Anderson. I'm sorry if I lost you during the Guns N' Roses talk, because if you don't remember the grunge era, you probably don't remember the late 80s dirty rock era. See, I was lucky. I almost missed that too, but I have an older sister who used to wake me up in the morning and go, "Do you know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby." That probably never happened. I probably made that up. But anyways, Guns N' Roses, good times. We have the showcase song from Strip Down Radio on Strip Down right after this last commercial break.
Stick around, more Strip Down after the break.
Do you know how many people get their water from underground? Water can come from the surface or underground. Groundwater is found in the layers of soil and rock beneath our feet in saturated areas called aquifers. This water source is collected in wells and supplies about half of North America's drinking water. The problem is, the quality and safety of this underground water is directly affected by what we do on the land above it. What can you do to keep your drinking water safe? Groundwater starts on the surface, so whatever you put on your lawn that the plants don't use can seep into the groundwater. This includes excess chemicals and fertilizers, and even oil spills, so be sure to dispose of them properly. It's our turn to take care of this planet, and I think we can do a better job. What do you think? For more information on how you can be more water aware, visit waterunderfire.ca.
Escape sports gear and equipment for longboarding, freeline skating, kiteboarding, unicycling, extra cycling, dirt surfing, and mountain boarding. For more information on sales and rentals, www.escapesports.ca.
Ultimo Euromoda Men's Clothing Store. Denim, footwear, leather jackets, sportswear. 204 3rd Avenue South, Saskatoon. Call 664-6640.
The monarch's return after its long winter absence in Mexico and California is a sign that the Canadian summer has also returned. But because of environmental threats like pesticides and the loss of breeding habitat, the familiar orange, black, and white of Canada's best-known butterfly may become an uncommon sight. To learn more about the monarch and discover how you can help protect Canada's wildlife, visit hww.ca.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stripped Down Radio.
This pressure, a phone wheel is pushing me. Don't know where this path is leading. Force fit this identity. I am lost, but torment I have found. Yeah. Come down into the valley with me, you'll see. Down here amidst the wonder, you'll be set free. Come down into the valley with me, you'll see. Down here amidst the wonder, you'll be set free. Well, I try to find a way, and I wanna find a way, but I'm never gonna find a way back home. I said I try to find a way, and I wanna find a way, but I'm never gonna find a way back home. Find my
Yeah, Strip Down Radio on Strip Down. That right there was the showcase song. What was that? That was fantastic.
That song is called Pressurize. It's where the album title, well, tentative, I guess, album title for our upcoming one is from Into the Valley.
Wow, you lost your voice. That's
Yes.
hardcore. I can't imagine you guys not doing this acoustic. So once again, this isn't what you're going to get if you take it a Strip Down Radio show, right?
No, you still get all the same musicality, but a lot more energy and a lot harder.
And people running around the stage, acted crazy. Nice.
Stage dive.
Usually people bring the disc for me to listen to after, so I can compare how the acoustic set and the disc sounds. But
We'll send you something.
maybe it fell behind the couch. Let's wrap things up with Curtis Anderson here once again, coming here on behalf of Camp Kadesh. And Camp Kadesh again is
It's a Bible camp located on the northern end of Christopher Lake. CampKadesh.com is where you need to go to check out all the stuff. We got videos and music. Actually, you can check. We got some music videos from Andy Schaaf last summer and our own music band up at Kadesh, and that's where you want to go to register your kids online. Just go to the website, if you bet.
You're kind of like a kid in a candy store here, looking at all the technical equipment as well. You're saying there's a little bit of video happening out there as well.
Yeah, that's right. We like to make a highlight video each week, and so we don't have quite the same setup you guys got rocking here, but we do our best to capture the memories of a week at Camp Kadesh and include different videos and music and that sort of thing. So it's a lot of fun.
Now you'll have to help the people of Saskatchewan, because most people have blinders on when it comes to lakes, and they think there's just Waskesiu, but it's close to Waskesiu, comparable to Waskesiu.
That's right. We're about a half hour short of Waskesiu, so we're about 35 minutes north of PA. 2 hours about from Saskatoon, so it's well within range. It's nice because we're in the beautiful area of Saskatchewan without really driving to the boondocks. So it's pretty nice, really nice up there for sure.
And lastly, it's not too late to sign up for summer.
No, we got lots of openings, although we are filling up fast. So definitely, campkadish.com is the place to go.
And there it is. You can pick these up at the leisure centers too. Stripped Down Radio. What's next for you guys?
Next on the docket, probably a little more recording. We'll see. Probably keeping busy, the odd show around town here. But yeah, just take it as time comes along.
Where do you usually play around town?
We played Roxy, we played the Buds, we played Lydia's. No, we haven't played Lydia's. We played Louis.
You're young guys bringing kind of an older, early 90s sound. What do you see when you look out into the crowd? Like, who comes to a Stripped Down Radio show?
We've seen everything from the underage 16-year-old sneaking into the bars to...
Well, don't say that on TV. Because I'm sure you turn them around and march them right back out, right?
Of course we do.
Right?
Every day.
To 65-year-old women saluting us at the front of the
stage. You probably
stage.
march them out, too. I'm sorry. That was inappropriate. All right.
We flirt with them, actually.
Good stuff. I was only joking. Stripped Down Radio. Stripped Down. There it was. Everything you thought about and more?
That was a good time. Thanks a lot, guys, for having us.
All right. Final message. Stripped Down Radio.
Stripped Down Radio. Check us out. SDR. I guess strippdownradio.com should be up and running here within a month, or on MySpace at myspace.com/SDRmusic.
When I was reading SDR, I was like, that rhymes with DTR. Do you guys know Dull Talk and Ransom?
No, I heard of them.
You've heard of them? Who'd win in a fight? Probably
don't they have a female lead singer?
They do, and everybody every single week comes in and jokes. Where I'm like, do what you want, and they're like, can I dance and run up the ladder? She did it. She didn't just joke about it.
The director said I couldn't run up the ladder.
Yeah, we kind of had to cap that. Because not coincidentally, that's the episode we couldn't air. Anyways, here we go. Prompter time. Thanks for watching. Thanks to tonight's crew. And, of course, our sponsors, Mother's Music, Escape Sports, and Ultimo Euromota. For all things Stripped Down, hit shawtv.com or go to myspace.com/strippeddownsask for details on next week's episode, as well as pictures from every single episode past. For the last time tonight, on behalf of Curtis Anderson, I'm Curtis Anderson. You're watching Stripped Down, and here's Stripped Down Radio. Episode of Stripped Down this week. Of course, I'm the host, Curtis Anderson. I'll be joined by co-host
Curtis Anderson.
Two Curtis Andersons, it's true, and it makes sense. I'm joined by the other Curtis Anderson because on Stripped Down this week, musical guest, Stripped Down Radio.